Welcome back to another episode of FMU Unplugged, where we highlight the voices, the stories, and the leaders shaping the FMU culture. For the people joining us for the first time, I'm your host Chandler Exantus. I am a junior majoring in public relations, and I'm joined by one of my favorite co-hosts.
Hey y'all, it's Kia. I'm also a junior who's majoring in communications with a focus in TV broadcast.
And today we have a very special guest, the president of Florida Memorial University himself, President McCormick. Thank you for joining us.
It's my pleasure. How you doing?
How you
Great,
doing
great.
today?
Oh, all's well.
Give it up for President McCormick. So, how are you doing today? How are you feeling?
Yeah, man, real good. Every day is a request to have God order my steps. So
Yeah, man.
that's what I do every day.
I gotta say, to have you here with us on FMU Unplugged is a pleasure. It's something. The minute that Professor Motley told us that we will be actually, we will be like recording and have like we will be like posting on there and everything. Like that was the first idea. Oh, we gotta have the president on. But he deemed that we were not ready at the beginning because we just started with the course. So we waited until we finally got his approval to have you on. And I gotta say it's an honor. We're just so happy to have you here.
It's my pleasure. It's good to see you guys utilizing the technical platform and the social media avenues to get your message out, not only to the student body, but to all the listeners who will be joining you through your powerful network. So I'm excited to be here to have a dialogue with you.
Thank you. So just get into it. All right, let's get into it. So, before we even get into like the university and stuff like that, we just wanna like, for the people who don't know you, who is President McCormick?
Well, William McCormick Jr. is this unorthodox visionpreneur who believes in excellence in everything he does. I matriculated to Florida Memorial University through I call cultural trauma. When I got here, I found a new family to help me find myself, develop myself, and express myself. And Florida Memorial, the DNA that's on the bottom of my feet, is who built this very focused, strategic-minded individual who, for many times, were told that I were something different than who I really was. A hardworking, personal, caring person who built the family on the values that I was raised on from my great-grandmother. I enjoy being William McCormick because I think I accepted the fact that I'm on a mission, and it's not my personal mission; it's a divine mission. And understanding that there's a lot of sacrifices I've had to make to stay on track. You know, I don't do all the things that my friends do, but I enjoy my friends. And they respect me for some of the things that I don't do because of what I do.
Exactly.
And so I love people. I love young people. I love success because I tasted it. I know what it tastes like. I know what it requires to get it on your plate. And I even know how to get the dessert from the success. And now I want all the students that matriculate on this yard to understand I can help them get that same taste. And so that's what's driving me, is because I got picked. It wasn't a picking of my own. I had never heard of Florida Memorial from South Georgia. And everything happened so fast when I got here. It's like I turned.
She's from Georgia.
You from Georgia? What part of Georgia?
I'm from Savannah.
Oh, she's not far. She's on the east side of Georgia. I'm on the west side of Georgia, southwest Georgia. We can literally cross the state on Highway 84 and get probably touch each other. But when I got here, this is, as I stated earlier, this became my family, and so that's who I am. I'm an original FMU roaring lion.
I think you used to play baseball, right? Correct.
I was the best baseball player at Florida Memorial University. At least that's what I thought when I got here when I was 17 years old.
Yeah.
Because they had I'm just gonna say a practice that freshmen couldn't start as freshmen. They had to wait, And then I remember after the first practice, I asked a question to the whole team. What if the freshman is the best player? Do the player play or do he sit on the bench? And the response I received is what motivated me. They said, and I quote, "Crab, you just wait." And I'm like, why am I waiting if I'm the best? So, yes, but I love the game of baseball. It's part of actually my development. It's strategic. And that's, my position was catcher, so I was a quarterback on the team in essence, if you relate it to football. Calling all the signals, positioning all the players with all of the cadence. So I enjoyed that, and I just love baseball because of it.
All right. And what got you to like get into like the education career?
Well, I never left. I never looked at it as a direct career pathway because that's not what I saw. I believe in leadership because it's more than just the title. It's the action that you fulfill based on what you tell people in a promise. So when I was here, President Willis C. Robinson was the president, and he was like my dad. He was a stalwart gentleman, very meticulously dressed, authoritative, but he was caring. And I said, he has all the qualities. So I didn't look at it as a career path. I looked at it as a position of leadership.
Yeah. And like when you're talking about leadership, what would you say is like your leadership style?
I'm a visionpreneur. I believe in transformation. I like to see people around me develop with me. I include people when I make decisions. Leadership is, as I stated, is not just the title. It's I promised you something, and the question is, did I deliver? What are the metrics for my words? And so I embrace with humility. You have to have ethics. So I'll say I'm a visionpreneur with those characteristics, traits that will be unique.
Yeah. One thing I will say about you is I've been here for 3 years, right? And at the time we had President Hardrick before. And I gotta say, between the two of you, for me personally, I've seen you like more active on campus. I've seen you around campus. I've seen you interacting with students. And I've been going back and forth between the Office of Administrations and HR office. And the amount of students that come in and asking for you and they actually get to see you is like, to me, I'm like, he's the president. He is so busy, but he still makes time to see his students and, actually engaging with the student. And I really admire that about you.
Well, thank you. No, I mean, every leader has their own personalities and leadership style. I'm a lover of people. And the reason I would never turn a student down or a youth down is because when I was a youth and a student, I got turned down.
Yeah.
So I know what it feels like. And most time it was just a simple question that needed an answer. And so I have a lot of stories on those turn downs. But at the end of the day, I open my door like I open my heart. I'm going to listen to what you got to say and try to find a solution if there's a problem or how you help me solve what it is that you bring to me.
I just say, like, I would say that the students are like the heart of the university. I think everybody would agree with that. And with them being the heart of everything, what are some of the initiatives that you focused on, like to support the student success that is right now in retention?
I recall when I was interim president, I requested all the students to meet me in the Wellness Center to kind of get an overview of what did they see their university as, and what were they dealing with, and how do they want to finish out this matriculation. And I remember there was about 2 hours and 40 minutes, the first meeting, had about 66 pages of concerns or matters. And when I left and was driving home thinking about all of their concerns and their matters that they brought forth, what were they really trying to tell me? And I summed it up as they were in pain. And nobody was trying to help alleviate that pain. And if they were moving too slow. And so I made it I think I stayed up the entire night, if I recalled, and started jotting down all the things that I wanted to get for them, the relief. The barbershop idea came from that. The Genesis Center
Loved
came
it.
from that. You love the barbershop.
Yeah.
And the salon. You got to get a chance to get the salon too. So the barbershop idea came from that. The Genesis Center came from that. The career closet came from that. The student embassy room came from that. As I heard their concerns, I was clear that they were not asking all of the questions, because most of them were superficial, related to my doors broke, the food I don't like, the bathrooms are not clean. But what they were saying on the inside is something else is bothering me, and can somebody help me? So the counseling center came about, health clinic, which we totally revised. It'll be open this spring. It's going to be phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then the biggest one was that they was afraid that they wasn't going to be able to afford to come or stay.
Yeah. That's the issue that many students, including me, face.
And so with the relationships and our affiliations, we created Scholarship Tuesday.
Yeah.
Now, some who apply maybe once or twice may not get selected, but there's hundreds of opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
And if they apply to all of them, then you fish your net bigger. So you got a better chance to catch a good fish.
Mm-hmm.
And so all of those initiatives that we have is predicated from that meeting with the students. Yeah. And it's to help them. But they got to help me help them.
Yeah.
And so there'll be more initiatives that I have. I have a lot of other initiatives that'll be coming forth as I continue this journey with them.
With the cost of attendance, being a little high, some students have the tendency to think about quitting, right? And me personally, when it comes to that, I'm more of I started it, so I got to finish it, no matter what it takes. So what is an advice that you could give students that are feeling a little bit discouraged to continue their pursuit?
Here's what I would say. To be successful in anything you do starts first with your personal culture. You got to honestly have in your heart, in your spirit, that you have to finish what you start. Mm-hmm. Giving up is not success. Quitting is not success. So I challenge them is, if it's money, we still one of the lowest tuitions in the state of Florida.
Yeah.
The difference that I see is there was a big misrepresentation that Pell Grant pays for everything. That is just not true. The Scholarship Tuesday was that NIL, that academic NIL that I was trying to create for them. Is you apply, you get these dollars, they're yours. We have a student on this campus. I won't share the name, but there's a student on this campus who has not only, and the student's a sophomore, not only paid for the next 2 years of the tuition full. I signed a $16,000 refund check before Thanksgiving.
I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
And on that student account, still got $8,000. And that all came from Scholarship Tuesday. So I know it works because I have at least 5 examples. So,
yeah. So, like the president says, guys, make sure that you guys are tuned in with Scholarship Tuesday. I personally got nominated for a scholarship. Still waiting the answer for that one. So yeah, like you said, it works. I have friends that are currently benefiting from it. So make sure you guys are tuned into that. So I was gonna ask you, is there any plans to expand like financial aid, scholarship, and support services to students, but you already answered that.
Yeah.
It's,
No,
it's out there.
It's out there. It's available.
Yeah, it's out there.
And the good thing about this, there's one TJ Maxx, for an example.
Mm-hmm.
If you apply, even if they don't select you, they give you $400.
I wasn't even aware of that.
I mean, they
Extra 400.
They just give you $400.
Yeah.
So you can't stop. You can't give up. And I'm not sure how we're going to elevate the thinking on this for all our brothers and sisters who are on campus, but we got to be more urgent in nature to get these things done.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, literally. I mean, if you were smart, you could actually buy your car with Scholarship Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Right. Expand.
Imagine if you apply for 20 applications.
Mm-hmm.
Say you submit 20.
Yeah.
And let's say you get funded for 15, or you get funded for 10. Mm-hmm. All the funds, when it goes to your account, it is your money. It's not institution money. It's your money.
So when you apply for these scholarships, they don't go to the university; it just comes straight to you.
No, it comes to the university. But I get a transmittal list of all of the students who are funded when because they give us one batch download of funds. Mm-hmm. So let's say the cycle is, we'll say, end of November, and there's $235,000 on the ticker. Mm-hmm. It tells me which student and how much. So let's say you have 4 of them. So your 4 will be then posted to your account, because we have to send them an accounting showing we posted the money to the right person. Mm-hmm. So you go to your account and your balance is 0 or 3,500, and you got $28,000 in direct scholarships, and these are not loans. Then that's on your account. So when your bill come in, let's say you got $28,000 and you got a $14,000 year expense, you still got $14,000 left. So what do you think? What do you think I would do? I'll put in a refund request, because my bill is paid in full. I'm gonna apply again next semester for the same scholarships or more scholarships, or take half of the 14 and leave 7 in case I don't get funded.
Yeah.
It's just math and diligence to want to do it.
Yeah. We believe that every university faces their own like different issues. What are some of the biggest challenges that FMU is addressing right now?
The only challenge that I see is the uncertainty of the federal government. If they cut off Pell, every university, particularly HBCU, would be severely impacted, because 85% of the funds come from Pell. Yeah. That's the biggest threat that I see. So trying to augment that threat, we're doing some other innovative things.
Yeah. Talking about the so at the beginning of the year, I believe there was we saw the plan for the evolution of the campus, or reconstructing. Some students were concerned with, like, is it actually doable? Because we see it's big, it's nice, I'm loving it, right? But there is 2 questions that they're asking: is like, when is that gonna start, and like, how will that go about? Because they're not seeing the vision, basically.
Right. So the site plan, we met a week ago, well, actually 2 weeks ago, prior to Thanksgiving, with the city of Miami Gardens. We, meaning myself, the architect, the developer, and the attorneys. Site plan was approved, which we will have bulldozer on campus in the spring, this coming spring.
Okay, so it's...
And we're going to break it down into 3 phases. Mm-hmm. Phase 1 will be a brand new dorm that will be 8 floors high, and a football field on campus that will be built at the same time. The moment the first dorm is complete, dorm 2 will be built the next year, which will be adjacent to the new dorm. Okay. The moment that dorm is going up for, we'll start planning to tear down Robinson and Good.
R.I.P. Good.
Yes. Right. And once those are done, phase 2 is 4 phases. Phase 3, we'll start tearing down the LLCs, because at that point we'll have enough room between the 4 new dorms, we wouldn't need them.
Okay.
And those LLC dorms will be now petitioned from the campus with a retainer wall that will house apartment complexes for the community, which they will gain access from that road as you turn when you pass Omega House. So they'll be able to come both directions now without having to come on campus. The land that they will build those apartments on, we're leasing the land. So we didn't sell the land, we just leased the land. In addition, those 1,500 new apartment complex, every time they pay rent, we get a check too.
Nice.
You with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
So the transformation then turns the corner, and we will receive new learning labs, student success village, new administration building. You're going to see restaurants that we would normally see. But the big deal about all of this is that all the students majoring in business gets a unique benefit. Because this was the deal breaker for me as president. A $1 billion construction project is going to have a lot of people making a lot of money. And I wanted my students to understand who was going to be doing the work on their campus. And they would get a voice in choosing those vendors.
Okay.
So we created what we call a P3 plus, public-private partnership. The plus is the student side.
Okay.
All those subcontractors, electricians, plumber, drywall, landscape, windows, doors, cabinetry, beds, bathroom fixtures, our students going to pick who they're going to be.
Okay. But I assume that that will be revised by the
No.
administration.
No.
They pick it and that's final.
The School of Business students are going to decide the vendor.
Okay.
And the reason we're doing it that way, or my vision for doing it that way, is that now, let's say we pick 48 new companies. We just got now 48 new potential internship donors.
That's smart.
So that was the premise behind it. And they, remember, this has never been done before.
Never.
And I said, if you can't do it, then the deal is off. And they recognized that I was serious, that I want my students involved. Because what if I have a business major who majored in finance and want to go to do construction finance? We got 48 people to pick somebody who can give them a job.
Okay.
Or learn the job and create their own.
Right.
Okay.
That's what's different.
Yeah. Well, we will be wrapping up. I got one final question, and then we can switch up to rapid fire questions from the students. What is your, let's say, like 3 to 5 years, right? Where do you see FMU in 3 to 5 years?
We will be the premier HBCU with a global footprint. We currently have 170 grad school students from South Africa. We have 128 students that will be matriculated from micro-credentials to bachelor's from South Africa. In January, we'll be starting with 600 students in a hybrid model from Brazil.
Okay.
In addition, we have the Middle East, Asia, and Europe students will be coming on in the fall. So I have been nonstop working, creating this global footprint. So we're going to have a complete global emancipation initiative, because in order to be the best, you have to be excellent. And if you compete against yourself, you don't have to worry about the outsiders. So everything inside this gate is what we're going to be excellent at. Yeah. That's the vision.
All right. Thank you. Kia?
Okay, just a couple of rapid fire questions. They don't have to be long answers.
Okay.
Just quick. First question is a student. She is a senior. She lives in B4. She asks, basically, is the housing requirement still going to stay 15 credits? Because she's worried, as a senior who doesn't need 15 credits to graduate, is she's going to be able to stay on campus?
Yes, she'll be able to stay on campus. Those are unique circumstances when you, what we call the filter, where you, the requirement may say 15, but if you get ready to go into the real world, you may have 9 credits. So we're not going to eliminate you from having 9 credits and stay on campus needed 15.
The second one is students. They often feel like decisions get made without hearing from us. They want to know what's the steps that you take to improve communication and transparency between admin and the student body.
The key to student life, and I was a student leader. I was freshman class president, sophomore class president, and senior class president, and I was the first Mr. Homecoming. What I remember most is that the student government was the breadbone and backbone of what we wanted to get done. That's why you have elections.
Yes.
Your student government, matter of fact, sits at the table on the board. So anything that you want as students, you should have it through your student government association.
And just the last question, like you mentioned, we are having a growth of students. So can we expect to see a growth in the admin body as well?
Well, we got to scale up properly because you got to have a proper ratio to be able to manage who we bring in. Much of the growth is going to be online, so I won't need that much to handle online because of the way we're doing the technology. It'll be recorded classes and things of that nature. Yeah. But on campus, and I've already scheduled. We have a staff retreat the week before we return in January, where I lay out what we're going to do with what we need to make sure the students have the proper relationship and the proper supervision and guidance to help them so they can feel comfortable to get the help they need and the directions they need.
Thank you. Like I said before, we are very happy to have you here.
Very thankful.
Very thankful. That's it. It's a great opportunity that you even. We're just happy that you even considered coming here.
It's not even a question. If what my students need, this president is going to stand with. I'm standing with my students. I'm trusting them. I want them genuinely to be successful. But more importantly, I want them to be able to reach down and grab their little niece, nephew, brother, sister, or cousin so they don't lose hope about becoming successful. When you left home or when you leave home and go back for Christmas and Thanksgiving or summer, you should be different. They should see a change or development or elevation in you. And so once that light go off, it's a bright light. And I know when it goes off because I see a different walk, a different purpose, that you can communicate different. That's what college is supposed to do. It's supposed to elevate your game. It's the moment in time where you build memories, but more importantly, you become the whole you. Is that if that's understandable?
Yes. Well, there you have it for the episode 6 of FMU Unplugged. Give it up for President McCormick.
Once again, thank you so much for joining us today. And to the rest of my FMU body, thank you for joining in on another episode of FMU Unplugged. And we're going to see you guys later.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All righty. Thank you.